There are several very definite stages of sleep, and they all perform various services for the personality. They are also signals for different layers of consciousness, realization, and activity. They are accompanied by some physical variations, and there are some variations having to do with age. In our next chapter, I will speak of these in some detail. For now, it is sufficient to realize that specific steps, definite alterations, occur as consciousness is shifted from the exterior to the interior reality, and that these changes are not random, that consciousness leaves through a very predictable route to its many destinations. Through the ages, the speakers have taught dreamers how to manipulate in these other environments. They have taught them how to bring back information that could be used for the good of the present personality. According to the intent, present purpose, and development, an individual may be aware of these travels to varying degrees. Some have excellent recall, for example, but often misinterpret their experience because of conscious ideas. It is very possible for one dreamer who is a speaker to go to the aid of another individual who is having some difficulties in an inner reality within the dream state. The idea of guardian angels, of course, is highly connected here. A good speaker is as effective within one reality as he is within the other, creating psychic frameworks within physical reality as well as within interior environments. Many artists, poets, and musicians are speakers, translating one world in terms of another, forming psychic structures that exist in both with great vitality, structures that may be perceived from more than one reality at once. There are also various states of consciousness in waking life upon which you do not focus, and of which you are usually quite unaware. Each state knows its own conditions and is familiar with a different kind of reality. You presently have a once-centered consciousness, in that you close off from your experience these other stages of consciousness in which other portions of your entire identity are intimately involved. These other stages of consciousness create their own realities as you create your own. The realities are, therefore, byproducts of consciousness itself. If you could become aware of these, they might appear to be other places to you rather than realms or fields of different kinds of activities. If you probe into these realms, you will be forced to perceive them with the root assumptions of your own system, translating feelings of warmth and comfort, for example, into images of warm shelters or buildings, or feelings of fear into images of demons. On occasion, even in waking life, a personality may spontaneously shift gears, so to speak, and suddenly find itself for a second or perhaps a few moments within another such realm. Disorientation usually occurs. There are those who do this quite deliberately with training, but often they do not realize that they are interpreting the experiences they have with the values of their home consciousness. All of this is not as esoteric as it might seem. Almost every individual has had bizarre experiences with consciousness and knows intuitively that their greater experience is not limited to physical reality. Most dreams are like animated postcards brought back from a journey that you have returned from and largely forgotten. Your consciousness is already oriented again to physical reality. The dream, an attempt to translate the deeper experience into recognizable forms. The images within the dream are also highly coded and are signals for underlying events that are basically not decipherable. The speakers help you in the formation of dreams, which are indeed multi-dimensional artistic productions of a kind. Dreams existing in more than one reality, with effects to dissect various stages of consciousness that are real in your terms, to both the living and the dead, and in which both living and the dead may participate. It is for this reason that inspirations and revelations are so often a part of the dream condition. End of chapter 17, part 6 of Seth Speaks, the Eternal Validity of the Soul. Let's talk about it. In this passage, Seth is discussing the different stages of sleep and their significance in shaping an individual's consciousness and experiences. He mentions that these sleep stages serve various purposes for the personality and are connected to different layers of consciousness, awareness, and activity. Seth highlights that these stages are not random, but follow a predictable route as consciousness transitions from the external world to the inner reality. Seth also mentions the role of speakers, who have historically taught dreamers how to navigate and manipulate these inner environments during sleep. The speakers help individuals gather information that can benefit their waking life, but sometimes misinterpretation occurs due to conscious ideas. The concept of guardian angels is mentioned, suggesting that speakers can assist those having difficulties in the dream state. Additionally, Seth notes that many creative individuals, such as artists, poets, and musicians, are speakers. Speakers who translate experiences between different realities and psychic structures that exist both in the physical and inner worlds. Finally, Seth suggests that there are various states of consciousness in waking life that people are often unaware of, and becoming aware of these states could lead to a different perception of reality. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, sharing it with a friend, and of course subscribing for more. What did you think about this particular passage? Please leave it in the comments below. And as always, thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and also, if you enjoy meditation videos, check out my other YouTube channel entitled Enter the Woods. It's called Enter the Woods. Once again, thank you.